This is Chris Kill with your Core Complete Phase 2 Workout A. For this circuit, we're going to need a stability ball and a pair of dumbbells here. Right? What I'm going to do is just take you through each training circuit, back to back here. So we want to perform 3 sets of 30 seconds in week 1 of Circuit A, followed by 3 sets of 30 seconds of Circuit B, and we're just going to add 10 seconds per week. All right, I want you to perform the warm-up that we discussed throughout our program. We demonstrated in our Phase 1 videos, and you'll get an illustration of that as well. All right, now for our first training circuit, we're going to start with an exercise called a half get-up. Right, for the half get-up, this is a bit of a new exercise that we're incorporating here. I would suggest you get something, pad or something that you can place your down elbow on, because what we're going to do here is come onto our backs. All right, one knee is bent. Okay, what I'm doing here is my elbow is down to the ground here. I'm kind of like picking a spot in the ceiling here. I'm reaching up into the spot. What I want to try to do is rotate onto this outside elbow and press straight up into the ceiling. Notice that I'm keeping my back flat here. I'm pressing through my heel, through my down foot, really contracting my oblique and just trying to press through my arm here and come back down. All right, I'm pressing this down outside arm, keeping my shoulder blades down and back. And again, just performing this exercise, I'm coming to the side, coming back up. I want you to think about coming all the way up and coming back down, all right? What I don't want to see is bouncing off the ground here. So if you find that you're doing that, all right, move down, get a little bit of assistance. You can also hold a dumbbell in the top hand to make it a little bit harder, but I would certainly suggest the first set, make sure you can do it with perfect form with body weight. Again, rotate onto the outside elbow, press into the floor and tighten your abs. All right, we've got 30 seconds for each side. All right, then we're going to move in immediately to our next exercise, which is what is called a stability ball push-out. For the stability ball push-out, what I'm going to do is set up next to a wall here. I find that this gives me a little bit of control so I don't come crashing down with the stability ball. Again, this requires us to come up onto the ball into a plank position, and if we were just doing this free state, it might be a little bit harder. So what I want you to think about doing, start at a wall, abs are tight, and what I'm doing here is just pressing the ball into the wall, just staying flat like a table. As I become better at this, I can just move off of the wall and press out farther here. But again, the goal is just press out, pause for 2 to 3 seconds, come back. Again, keep the back flat like a table. That's what I'm looking for here. Stay up for 30 to 50 seconds. All right, for our next exercise, we're going to start on our backs here. All right, we have a stability ball pullover with a knee tuck. All right, so I'm pulling the ball over my head. All right, getting it over, tucking one, kicking out with both legs, up and down with the ball, kicking out with both legs. Again, keeping my back pressed into the ground the whole time, trying to keep my abs tight, really squeezing this ball hard. And notice as well, I'm trying to angle my feet out a bit here. All right, so it's not just a straight kick out, it's more to the side. That's what I'm looking for there. All right, now for our last exercise, all right, we've got a knee tuck on the wall. All right, so at the beginning, I want you to position this ball up against the wall here. That's going to provide a little bit of stability. As we get better, we can just move it off the wall here. All right, to make this harder, we can also get very long with the ball, meaning I press it out in front of me like this. All right, so what I'm going to do, come into this position, and I'm just tucking my knees in. Again, keeping my abs tight. I'm looking for 30 to 50 seconds of this exercise. Once again, keep the back flat like a table, chest up. And again, we're performing that circuit 3 times back to back for 30 seconds. All right, now for our second circuit, all right, our circuit B, okay, we're going to start out with a reverse crunch. All right, for this circuit, we're also going to need a pair of dumbbells. I would advise, around maybe 5 to 10 pounds. Maybe 15, but we don't want to get so heavy that we're feeling this, in the arms and the legs versus the core. All right, so for our first exercise, we're going to perform a reverse crunch. All right, what I'm doing here is I'm pressing my hands into the wall, getting them very close together. If you have a stability ball available to you, you can actually hold this between your feet. What I'm going to do is just curl up into a ball, think about bringing my knees to my chest, squeeze the ball hard, kick it back out. All right, throughout this, I'm keeping my toes flexed down, and again, without the ball, it's the same principle. Just Moving slow on the way out. Keeping my abs tight. 30 seconds in that position. All right, from there, all right, what I'm going to do is get the dumbbells here. All right, I'm going to start out with what we call a dumbbell pullover. All right, so I'm extending my legs fairly long here and pressing my back into the floor. I'm just pulling over with each dumbbell, pressing them together, keeping my abs tight. 30 seconds in this position. All right, from here, I'm performing an alternating kick out, lowering the dumbbells behind me, just kicking out in this fashion, trying to keep my feet together on this. Again, 30 seconds in this position here, keeping my back pressed to the floor. You can make this harder by pulling the dumbbells closer to the floor, easier by bringing them up. All right, okay, my last exercise here, I'm performing a full dead bug where I'm extending one leg to the outside, and I'm just switching in this fashion. Okay, throughout this, I want you to squeeze the dumbbells as hard as you can. Keep your back pressed into the floor. Keep the dumbbells fairly close together. We're trying to hit these lower abs here. So again, keep the feet pressed down. Keep the dumbbells together. That's really going to hit the center here versus the outsides. All right, and that is 3 rounds, each circuit, 30 to 50 seconds. That's your workout A.